Supports have been heavily impactful this entire season. Flex supports have lots of opportunities to make big plays on Ana, it's easy to see what value main supports bring on the Brig, and there is room to show off flexibility all around. It might be a little late, but here are my top 10 supports so far this season, starting with Faith at number 10. He's gone under the radar for a long time in Boston, but he was always known for being a great Brigitte. Now that he's on a team with well-rounded player quality, Faith has stepped up and been consistently reliable all season. He's carried over synergy with Crimzo, resulting in both of them having the second lowest deaths per 10 on Brig and Ana respectively, while also making big plays. There have been 0 matches where the Vancouver backline have been exposed and hurt their chances of winning. Faith is the best employed main support in the league. He doesn't usually go out of his way to make aggressive, flashy plays, but you can count on him to get the job done. Number 9 is Bliss. He's been one of 2 players on Dallas this season, and he's doing all he possibly can for his team. He gives Hanbin an impeccable speed pocket whenever needed, and is willing to run it down with him if he must. At the same time, he's also trying to physically restrain MCD from walking into the enemy team, and he's trying to weave in individual plays himself. There may be instances of his timing being off, but the mechanics are there and the game sense is there. He knows when he needs to make the aggressive plays, but also doesn't overly force it, which helps him make a huge difference on match day. There will be more Esperanza clutch type scenarios if Dallas improves moving forward. Number 8 is RuPaul, and while he hasn't quite reached the same heights as his Pro-Am MVP performance, he's still quite good. Even with Florida's fast tempo aggression across dive, rush, and even poke comps, RuPaul manages to get consistent value without compromising his safety. This is perfect for the Mayhem because literally every other player on this team, especially someone in Chorong, need a lot of care for their Leroy Jenkins playstyle. If they had a different support player who wanted to make plays all the time, the whole team would crash and burn. He is the closest adopter of the fielder playstyle, and that alone goes a long way. Number 7 is Twilight. This guy turned into a literal demon as soon as he was put in the lineup. He pulls off insane plays from all angles on the map. He could set up for an aggressive flank nade. He could be playing on the fucking Horizon lunar colony and still 3-tap you from across the solar system. Bro has a specific ability to phase through walls to find angles. He's extremely creative in how he approaches every fight, but not to the point of ignoring the best position on the map. Another thing that really sets him apart is his awareness. He knows the perfect timings to pop out and take pot shots or fire a nade off. And he also knows when an enemy tracer would want to come through and try to apply pressure on his backline. He is one of the most experienced players in the league, and it shows from his gameplay. Number 6 is Skewed. Bro has been running APAC uncontested on practically every flex support in the game. No one else is out here playing significant amounts of Ana, BAP, and Zenyatta. He is one of 4 players who has even over an hour on Zenyatta, and he has easily been the most effective. He has the lowest death rate and the highest final blow and elimination rate. Lil Bro is not in Shu's shadow anymore. Skewed was the driving playmaker of the Infernal, and that was incredibly important because of how bad MN3 Sombra has been and how Zest started off slow on the year. He was a large part of why the Infernal were able to secure the top APAC seed in the first half. Of course, Skewed didn't do it all alone, and MN3 was a beast off of Sombra, but he still did a lot. Number 5 is Violet, as he continues his Hyperflex Overwatch 2 journey and has shown to have a great Brig and Kiriko. He hits the whip shots that you'd expect the most mechanically gifted support player of all time to hit, has great timings on rally, and is just all around solid on the hero. But where he really shines is his Kiriko. If you needed one map win for all the marbles and you're going to somewhere like New Queen Street, Violet is your guy. He's able to find crucial picks multiple times within a match and plays really well around Shu and whoever his tracer player is. However, due to the aggressive playmaking nature of the Houston backline, they end up getting caught out at times, which is the biggest thing that keeps them below the Atlanta level right now. Violet has been a massively integral part of Houston's success and could very easily be in a World Star slot. But my number 4 is going to Chorong. This guy is the perfect main support to play alongside someone. They're on the same wavelength. Don't think, just do. If there is an enemy ult that he can disrupt in some form, he will be committed to making that ult as bad as possible. If the enemy has Pulse Bomb, he will position himself to be as awkward to hit as possible. If there's an overclock, he will run it down onto them and just avoid shots like he is playing super hot. On both Brig and Lucio, he is aggressive and gets results, all while keeping his deaths per 10 below league average. For every time he ends in, there are multiple other occasions of similar situations working out in his favor. Also, he is easily the next best Kiriko after Violet, but has the benefits of being able to focus more on pocketing his tracer due to RuPaul's playstyle. As a result, he gets to utilize better angles for longer to apply more pressure. Even though Violet hasn't beat on the raw mechanics mechanics, Chorong still makes it close. Number 3 is Shu. Even with all those Tracer Sombra comps running around, Shu just does things that should not be possible. Shu could be in the most greedy, outrageous position in the world. He could be in the middle of the Great Plains farming in Saskatchewan, and he'd still live dives more than he should. Studies need to be done how he hits behind the back no-look sleep darts multiple times in a week. It just isn't normal. When most people hit a standard Shu sleep dart, they'll put it in their next 5 clip dumps. They'll hang it on their fridge. When Shu opens the fridge, he finds massive amounts of sleep dart clips and Tupperware containers overflowing onto the floor. It's becoming a problem. It's becoming a health code violation. Yet he still does it, and it lets him take the most lucrative nade angles the world has ever seen. While he still gets punished, it's not nearly as hard as he should. He might still be near the bottom in deaths per 10 on Ana, but the value he creates cannot be measured by stats alone. Number 2 is Chio. People were curious how he'd fare off of Lucio, and even I had concerns if he'd live up to his expectations on the Brigitte. Well, he has enhanced his reputation. He easily plays the best Brig in the league, at least in this current meta. People might undervalue how important Brig is in this meta, but if he is off by literally a single step at times, he will die, Fielder will die, and Atlanta will lose the fight. If he is late to rotate by even a moment, if he misses a whip shot, it's all over. He is shot dead in the street immediately. Brig is a game of millimeters, and Chio has his ruler out. He has the lowest death rate and the highest final blow rate in the league on Brig. These two stats kind of oppose each other, but he just does it. It is impossible not to make mistakes, but Chio minimizes them better than anyone in the game. But this brings me to the best support in the league right now, Fielder. He is the perfect specimen for this meta. He's hard to get a dive onto in the first place because of his ideal positioning, and when the dive does come through, he will land asleep on somebody and make it tough to take him out. I mean, look at the grand finals of the midseason madness. Houston's dive got dismantled by him. Anytime Fearless tried to do anything, he was slept on cooldown. On the flip side, despite his more reserved positioning, he always finds a way to land perfectly timed nades on Atlanta's dives, and especially Lips EMPs. Fielder is also a statistical marvel with low deaths, high final blows and eliminations, and an outrageous amount of healing, especially for being on a dominant team. Most guys at the top for healing are on shit teams: Luke Mino, MCD, UV, Slay. But Fielder pumps that much healing into Donghack and is a massive part of why he's been effective on this roster. Fielder is that guy and the best all-around support you could possibly have. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Who did I snub? Who am I overrating? And how will this list change by the end of the year? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe for more pro Overwatch content. Have yourself a good one. Deuces.